Good morning, Healing Spirit, Inner Circle family. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. So, this week's message is become yourself. This is the one I pulled this week. Before I get into this message, let's just take a minute, all right? A little bit of sound therapy. Okay. Become yourself. How do you do that? Let me read the card first and we'll get into that. I've often asked my audiences this question. If you're not yourself, then who are you? All of us at times behave in synthetic ways that make us feel hypocritical. We then become angry with ourselves and will often lash out at those who we've been fake with. Your body might react with a headache, backache, or other physical ailment. It takes work to become comfortable with yourself and behave only in ways that feel natural and authentic, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, when it comes to becoming yourself, I'm going to be vulnerable here and I'm going to share with you something that when I was not myself, and I was not myself for a very long time, and I hid a part of myself for years. When I was growing up, I could see dead people. Started when I was it started prior to me being 6 years old, but I remember, I still have this memory to this day of me being in the living room with I was adopted, so I was adopted at 3 months of age, and I was with my adoptive mother and her neighbor friend who also immigrated from Holland, and they were having a coffee and they were talking, but I could see this man standing beside her, and I guess they noticed I was kind of looking aside of her, but I was kind of like going like this, like I was listening. I could hear, like he wanted me to tell her something, and I interrupted their conversation. I remember I was 6 years old. I don't know why, I would remember something that young, but I interrupted their conversation and I said, listen, there's a man standing beside you, and this is what he looks like, and this is what he has to say. And my neighbor, my mom's friend, she started to cry, and my adoptive mom lost it. And she was like, Christina, you're crazy. How could you say that? How could you do that? Like, look what you've done. You've upset her. And I'm 6 years old, and I'm being myself and honest and saying what I saw. But I quickly learned to keep my mouth shut and not become myself. I'm a spiritual person. Sorry, I'm an emotional, mental, and physical person, but I'm also very spiritual, and I see dead people. And I learned to keep my mouth shut and not tell anybody. Now, it turns out that she actually was crying because this was the love of her life, but he died in the war. And she brought a picture back to show me one day, and it was like, that's the man, that's him. And it was actually closure for her. They had planned on getting married, they had planned on immigrating to Canada, but he had passed away and she had remarried. She found someone in Canada, but he had never left her mind. Sorry, she had never left both of them. He had never forgotten her. He was with her. She'd never stopped thinking about him, but he was always present. So I point to this story is I grew up thinking that there was something wrong with me, and I hid that part of myself. And I wrote this down because I researched it. There is a study published in Psychological Science magazine that found hiding one's own authentic self produces feelings of immorality and impurity, like something is wrong with you. So I spent years thinking there was something wrong with me, and I had to come to a realization one day where, you know what? Maybe there is something wrong with me, but I'm going to be myself. And if I'm with someone and a loved one comes into the room, I'll ask for permission first if they want to hear the message. If they don't, like, I'm not going to be like one of those people where, and I've had it happen to me, all of a sudden you're like with someone who's psychic. I experienced this in the store one day, came right up to me and just started like verbal diarrhea. And I'm like, you didn't even like ask me permission. So I digressed a little bit there. But the point is, if you feel like there is something wrong with you, that is an opportunity to look within yourself of what it is that you're hiding from the world and to become more yourself. And a tool that helped me to become more my authentic self was to be like a fly on the wall, to look at it from an outside perspective, like even a bird's eye perspective. Like, I took some time and I had countless memories of when I was with someone that a message should have been shared. And when I looked at it from a fly on the wall perspective or a bird's eye view, I actually did that person an injustice, because it was probably an important message that they needed to hear. It could have helped them heal from pain or closure from the ending of that relationship because that person crossed over. So I stopped doing that and I started to become myself. So if you feel like there is something wrong with you, that's an opportunity that your gift and ability you're hiding. And become yourself. Be your authentic self. Some people won't accept it, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's other people that are going to go, wow. And not only that, you're not going to feel like something's wrong with you. You're going to feel like everything is right with you. So that's the message this week. Become more yourself. If you're feeling like something's wrong with you, I know I'm repeating myself, try to look at it from a fly on the wall perspective, and you can go back to that opportunity, that experience, and say, listen, here's what I experienced earlier with you, and I didn't say anything, but now I have to say it. And become yourself. It's like, look, this is me. I see dead people, and I'm sharing it with you. Like, who wants to see dead people? Like, some experiences I had growing up as a kid was friggin' scary. Okay, and I had nobody to talk to. And it wasn't until I met someone else who saw dead people years later, I'm like, oh my God, that's normal? Well, yeah, actually it is. So, guys, that's how you become more yourself. If you are your full authentic self, then this video is definitely not for you. But if you're feeling like something's wrong with you, that's an opportunity to take a look at where you can be more yourself, your authentic self. So I love you guys very much. I'll be posting a new video again next week to heal our spirit. Please love, comment, like, share below. Let me know your thoughts. You know, I really want to hear from you guys. This is a healing spirit community, and the whole point of this is for us to be strongly connected and help each other heal whatever we have going on in our life. So I love you all. Have a great rest of the week. Become more yourself, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Loves. Bye. We froze. Okay. Bye.